I hope that you caught all of the huge announcements we just dropped on the Android show, but if you didn't, you should go find a link and you should click it and watch that first. In this video, I'm going to share more about Android 17 updates that we love but didn't get a chance to talk about in the main show. So, in the biz, we call this a Bento Box graphic. I think it's pretty obvious why. As you can see, it's a Bento Box of updates that's usually shown at the end of a big tech keynote. It's a roll-up of all of the features. This Bento Box is full of really cool updates that I'm excited to talk about, so I'm going to talk about them right now. First is Bubbles. Bubbles are a way to pin apps that you want quick access to all of the time. It's more than a split screen, and it's easier than switching between apps by swiping across them. I like to have keep and messages in Bubbles so that they're easy to pop open for quick stuff no matter what I'm doing. Like taking notes when I'm watching a YouTube video so I can remember the things I want to look up after I've watched the YouTube video. You can stack Bubbles up, and it's really easy to tap them to open them, do a quick interaction, and then tap them closed, all without having to go back to the home screen or the launcher. But Bubbles really pop, don't overthink that pun, Bubbles really pop on large screen devices where there's a dedicated section on the taskbar where the bubbles live. I find it really intuitive and it makes my workspace really customizable. Next up is native game controller remapping. Now, if you play video games, you may have heard the term quality of life improvement. It's a little fix that solves a little annoyance in a game. So, get this, Android 17 has a quality of life improvement for gaming. It's native game controller remapping. Okay, so I have a few different gamepads that I bought that I use on my Android devices because, yes, I'm that kind of nerd, but often the buttons the game expects don't match exactly what the controller has. Now, instead of trying to fuss with both game and specific controller settings, I can just use Android's built-in remapper to make those shoulder buttons do the right thing. No more crouching when I thought I was about to shoot an arrow. Next up, let's talk about location access. This may not be the spiciest update, but there's a lot of great stuff here that helps protect your privacy. Today, there are a lot of apps that you want to give your location to, but you might not want them to be able to access your location every single time you use the app. Now, when you open certain apps, you can hit a button to just grant them one-time location access. Once you use it, the app can't access your location again unless you tap that button again. Here's something else that's pretty cool with location access. Android has always let you choose between approximate and precise. Precise is your pinpoint location, while approximate only provides your location within a certain larger area. But when you think about it, it could be easy to identify where you are within an approximate area if you're in a really sparsely populated place. So in Android 17, the approximate area zone widens when you're someplace that's not as densely populated, which gives you more privacy. In other words, approximate really does mean approximate, no matter where you are. I think it's very clever, but I also think I've said the word approximate enough. Okay, those are the major boxes on the slide, but there are a lot of smaller boxes that are worth digging into also. So let's do a lightning round. Android already has automatic dark theming that can work on apps that haven't created their own dark theme, but now you can choose whether to use it on a per app basis. There is a new interface for adjusting split screens that's very intuitive. For people who use hearing aids, you can choose which audio streams go to the hearing aid and which ones come out of the phone. And speaking of audio streams, we made a separate one for the voice assistant, so you can adjust that volume separately. And last but not least, and this is a fan favorite, we have split out the Wi-Fi and mobile data toggles on quick settings. We heard your feedback on this one. To find even more changes in Android 17, you can head over to developer.android.com. And yeah, that's the Bento Box. Man, the Bento Box has really made me hungry. Can we break for lunch?